You know, there's something magical about that time right after dinner. The dishes are done, the kitchen smells wonderful, and all you want to do is settle into your favorite chair and relax. I get it. I've been there too. But what if I told you that just a short, gentle walk after your evening meal could be one of the best things you do for yourself all day? In fact, it might just be a game changer for how you feel, sleep, and even think. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Walking after dinner? That's the last thing I feel like doing. And believe me, I understand. After a long day, moving can feel like the furthest thing from your mind. But here's the thing. It doesn't have to be a power walk or a marathon. Just a slow, comfortable stroll around the block or even your backyard can make a world of difference. And today, I want to share with you 6 surprising benefits that might just inspire you to lace up those shoes and step outside. You see, as we get a little older, our bodies change, our metabolism slows down, our digestion isn't quite what it used to be, and sometimes our energy levels dip when we least expect it. But walking after dinner is one of those simple, timeless habits that can help us feel better in ways we might not even realize. So let's dive in and explore why this little routine is worth giving a try. First up, let's talk about digestion. Have you ever finished a meal and felt that uncomfortable heaviness, like your stomach just doesn't want to cooperate? Maybe you've even dealt with a little heartburn or bloating. Well, a gentle walk after eating can actually help with that. When we move, even just a little, it stimulates our digestive system, kind of like giving it a gentle nudge to keep things moving smoothly. Think of it as helping your body do its job more efficiently, without any harsh medicines or complicated routines. Just a few minutes of walking can ease that stuffed feeling and help you feel lighter and more comfortable. And here's something else you might not expect. Walking after dinner can actually help regulate your blood sugar. Now, I'm not a doctor, but studies have shown that a short walk after eating can help lower blood sugar spikes, which is especially important as we age. When we eat, our blood sugar naturally rises, but moving our muscles helps our bodies use that sugar for energy instead of letting it hang around in our bloodstream. For those of us keeping an eye on our sugar levels, this is a simple, natural way to give our health a little boost. But you know, it's not just about the physical benefits. One of my favorite things about an evening walk is how it clears my mind. There's something about that quiet time, the fresh air, the rhythm of my steps, that helps me unwind from the day. Maybe you've had a long afternoon dealing with grandkids, or maybe you've been sitting too long watching TV. A walk gives you a chance to reset, to let go of any stress, and just enjoy the moment. It's like a mini mental vacation, and who couldn't use a bit more peace in their day? Now, we've only scratched the surface here. Digestion, blood sugar, and mental relaxation are just the beginning. There are even more incredible benefits to walking after dinner, like better sleep, stronger muscles, and even a happier mood. But before we get into those, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever tried walking after dinner? Did you notice a difference? Let me know in the comments below. And in the next part, we'll dive into the rest of these game-changing benefits. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. So we've already talked about how a simple walk after dinner can help with digestion, keep your blood sugar in check, and even clear your mind. But what if I told you the benefits go even deeper? That's right. This little habit can touch so many parts of your life in ways you might not expect. So let's keep going and uncover a few more reasons why that evening stroll is worth every step. Now let's talk about sleep. How many of you have ever tossed and turned at night, wishing you could just drift off a little easier? I think we've all been there. Well, here's the good news. Walking after dinner can actually help with that. You see, gentle movement in the evening helps your body wind down naturally. It's not like a high-energy workout that might leave you buzzing. Instead, it's more like a signal to your body that the day is coming to a close. The fresh air, the rhythmic steps, even the slight drop in body temperature afterward, all of these things can help you fall asleep faster and sleep more soundly. And who doesn't want to wake up feeling a little more refreshed? And here's another big one, keeping your muscles strong. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Walking, that's not weightlifting. And you're right, it's not. But here's the thing. Consistency matters more than intensity, especially as we get older. A daily walk, even a short one, helps maintain muscle tone, supports joint health, and keeps your legs strong. That means better balance, more independence, and less worry about trips and falls. It's not about running a marathon, it's about staying steady on your feet so you can keep doing the things you love, whether that's gardening, playing with grandkids, or just moving around your home with ease. But you know what might surprise you the most? Walking after dinner can actually lift your mood. There's something about moving your body, breathing in fresh air, and maybe even chatting with a neighbor or enjoying the sunset that just makes life feel a little brighter. Scientists say it's because walking releases those feel-good chemicals in your brain, endorphins. And let's be honest, we could all use a little more of that, especially after a long day. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, that all sounds great, but how do I actually make this a habit? Well, the key is to keep it simple and enjoyable. You don't need fancy gear or a perfect route, just a comfortable pair of shoes and a little willingness to start. Maybe you walk around your neighborhood, or if the weather's not great, even a few laps around your living room counts. The goal is just to move a little, not to set any records. And if you're worried about safety, especially if it's getting dark, there are easy solutions. Walk earlier if you can, stick to well-lit areas, or even invite a friend or family member to join you. Not only does that make it safer, but it also turns it into a nice little social moment. Before you know it, you might both be looking forward to it. So, we've covered digestion, blood sugar, mental relaxation, better sleep, stronger muscles, and even a mood boost, all from just a short walk after dinner. But before we wrap up, I want to share some real-life tips to make this habit stick, because that's where the magic happens. In the next part, we'll talk about how to overcome common obstacles, like bad weather or low motivation, and how to make this routine something you truly enjoy. Because at the end of the day, the best habit is the one you'll actually keep doing. You know, my neighbor Margaret used to tell me, "Oh, I'll never stick with walking after dinner. I'm too tired by then." But one evening I convinced her to just try it for 5 minutes. Fast forward a few months, and now she texts me if I'm late for our stroll. She says it's her favorite part of the day, not just for her joints, but for the laughs we share along the way. You know, when I first started walking after dinner years ago, I'll admit, it wasn't easy. Some nights I'd think, it's too cold out, or I'm too tired, or my personal favorite, I'll just do it tomorrow. Sound familiar? But then something changed. My old friend Sam, who's 82 by the way, told me his secret. Don't make it about exercise, make it about noticing. One evening he showed me what he meant. We walked his block at a snail's pace, and he pointed out things I'd never seen before. The way Mrs. Thompson's roses smelled different at night, how the streetlights made the leaves glow. That 20-minute walk felt like a mini vacation. That's when I realized the obstacles aren't really about walking. They're about how we think about walking. So let's reframe them together. Obstacle 1, it's uncomfortable. My neighbor Lorraine used to complain her knees hurt after walking. Then her physical therapist suggested 2 game changers. First, walk earlier, right after dinner when joints are still warm from moving around the kitchen. Second, try walking in a pool. Now she does slow laps in her community pool 3 nights a week. Feels like I'm floating through my workout, she says. And if you take nothing else from today, invest in good shoes. Not fancy, just supportive. My podiatrist says proper shoes prevent more aches than any pill. Obstacle 2, I have no one to walk with. But you'd be surprised. My friend Carl started walking with his brother across the country. They sync their nightly walks by phone, comparing what they see. He spots Arizona sunsets. I get fireflies in Ohio, Carl told me. Best conversations we've had in years. Or take Miss Ethel from my church. She walks with her late husband every evening, carries his photo in her pocket while she tells him about her day. Still my favorite date, she says. Obstacle 3, I don't have time. Here's the truth. We make time for what matters. My retired mailman, Joe, combines his walk with his other nightly ritual. I used to sit and watch the news, and he told me. Now I walk while it plays on my tablet. Get my steps and my headlines. Start with 5 minutes, that's all. Walk to the end of your driveway and back if that's what feels doable. The magic is in the routine, not the distance. Tonight, I want you to try this. As you finish dinner, slip on your shoes and step outside. Just for a moment, breathe in the evening air. Notice one beautiful thing, a star, a neighbor's laughter, the way the light hits your porch, that's your first walk. This isn't about fitness trackers or counting steps. It's about claiming those quiet moments for yourself, because you deserve to feel good in the life you've built. Who knows? A year from now, you might be the one convincing a friend to join you. And when you do, I hope you'll come back and tell me all about it. Hit subscribe so we can keep sharing these small, life-changing habits together. Now go take that first step. The evening's waiting.